Hey everyone, it's Richard Payne here, and we want to delve into what happened in November because it is snowy, it is cold, it is December, but we're getting close to the end of the year, so we need to know what's going on with the market stats here in Halifax. So what did happen in November? And I have to say for November, which is, let's face it, typically a slower month because November, December, January, February tend to be cold, tend to be snowy. So we don't really get into a huge amount of real estate transactions, but not this month because November we sold 458 houses in the month of November. Now we only listed 355. So little game of mathematics here, and we have a sales to new listing ratio of 129% for November. It's November. It's not usually this busy. We also only have 2.8 months of inventory in the marketplace right now. Now I looked at last year and that was at 5.7 months, so nearly double. And it was at 3.2 last month, October. So we're actually improving into November, which is just brilliant news for Halifax and that whole MLS areas that we look at. It's just, we can't see anything better than this for November. Now, when we look at the average price, $338 and $638. So we're up 5.8% on last year. 5.8% on last year. That's a really, really good number. We're at 98% sale to listing ratio, which is still really good. And we did have quite a few of certain areas where we actually went over the asking price. So that brought that whole average up because usually we're in the 96.5 to 97.5. We're up to 98. Now, days on market, 59 days on market. So just under 2 months. Last year in the same month that was actually 63 days on market, so slightly better, but interesting that last November, so November 18, we were at 63 days on market, which is still a pretty good number. Now we want to have a little look here if I missed anything. 2.8 months of inventory, 1,300, just short of 1,300 homes for sale inside that HRM area. But let's look at the top 3 areas here in HRM. Number 1, Bedford came in with 49 homes sold, 85 active listings, so only 1.7 months. Average price in Bedford, $461,000. Now there is a new Parks of Bedford West that has just opened up called Brookline Estates, and that is certainly helping that number. But still a whole heap of 49 houses sold. There's still a whole heap of new listings that came on the market that were resale homes, so in other words, not a brand new home, and they sold. Number 2, Sackville, 43 homes, 1 month of inventory. 1 month, 43 homes sold, 45 active for sale, $246,000 asking price, and we know that the Sackville area is definitely a starter market, so it's gonna be a lower price point, but we need the starter market to get to the move up, trade up market to get to the trophy home, and it just makes that whole cycle work. So we got to have it. And then we look at the number 3, which was Spryfield. So Spryfield was down at number 3 with 36 new homes, 3.2 months of inventory, $318,000 average sale price. Now, 22 homes of that 36 were brand new builds in Governor's Brook, which is kind of that little area down there where it's really popular, new houses, fairly good average, or maybe even what we call the trade up area at $319,000, but they came in at number 3. So overall, when you look at November, which is typically a slower month, this has not been a slower month. Certainly December is staying about the same. Even though we've got the snow and the ice and everything, it's still staying the same. So all in all, we're looking for probably one of our best years in Halifax for real estate. Certainly in the 7 years that I've been in real estate, this is by far the best year. And it doesn't really show signs of slowing down. I spoke to 2 or 3 of the builders and a couple of my other realtor friends, and everyone is kind of saying the same thing. It's just we just have a really good influx of in-migration, people moving from Canada, within Canada, back into Halifax because they're looking at the lifestyle, they're looking at the prices, they're looking at basically everything that Halifax has to offer, and they're going, why wouldn't we move there? So as far as we can see, it's going to stay like this at least for next year. So if you have any questions about your specific market, maybe I didn't mention your market, quick shout out to Fall River where I live, 4.9 months of inventory. Yeah, 4.9, which is, we're in a seller's market in Fall River, which again doesn't usually happen. So shout out to Fall River. Yay, we're doing well. But if you have any questions, details are coming straight up. They're probably down below here somewhere as well. So you know how to get hold of me and let us know how we can help, give you the right advice so you can make the right decision.